And welcome everybody. I think I've got my microphone on. Let me just check here. Hang on just a sec. Yes, microphone is on. Hello everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Looks like we've got a couple of viewers out there, or at least some folks are popping up in there. The viewer count. I don't know who's in chat yet. No, nobody's in chat yet. Hello to everybody out there. Welcome to yet another episode of Anime Show. Let's anime. So you can see up there, I love pointing at this because this is really cool. Like I can, ow. Oh no, it's got my hand. Just kidding. All right, welcome guys. It's Saturday night. It's just after 8 o'clock here, probably 11 o'clock over on the eastern side of the country. And then I believe in Japan, it's about noonish. And then you can do the math from there. Add plus 1 hour, subtract an hour, it's an hour and a half, whatever it is to you guys. So good evening to everybody, good afternoon, good morning, ohayo gozaimasu, konnichiwa. I'm practicing my Japanese. Jay, welcome to chat. Everybody, Jay is here in chat. I'm sure some other folks will be dropping in shortly. For you viewers out there who are not in chat but are lurking, hello, welcome. To all of you. This is going to be episode 14 of Anime Show. Stuka, welcome. Hi there. Hope you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if some audio weirdness or anything, but I think I've got my microphone is up. Stuka, welcome back. You guys are like my my regulars, and you along with everybody else who's going to pop in. I'm sure we'll see everybody else coming in here. If you're not a regular in chat, you should be. Yes, I'm talking to you lurkers out there. Come on in. We don't bite much. I mean, unless you really want us to. So anyway, episode 14 of Anime Show. This is going to be the Hot Springs episode, which means I will be disrobing shortly. I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. I think everybody is going to die. Their brains will explode because no, we don't want to see. We don't want to see. Okay, thank you, Jay. Sounds good. Audio, yeah. No, we're not. No, there's no disrobing. I'm kidding. This is not the Hot Springs Onsen episode of the show. Although there should be one, right? Then we should go to the beach. We do a live taping at the a live taping. That's sort of a contradiction in terms. A live stream at the beach, and then we'll play that the game with the watermelon, where you put it down and you guide somebody there with a big stick and you try and smash it. Although if it's Full Metal Panic, I'll probably shoot. Somebody's going to shoot that from 50 yards and just take it down. Anyway, so maybe we won't do that, or then again maybe we will. I mean, I still have to run up those stairs, right, you guys? Right? I still have to do the Revolutionary Girl up the spiral staircase, if we can only find a spiral staircase somewhere in the vicinity, or something that's a reasonable facsimile thereof. How about that? Reasonable facsimile there. I'm beach episode, yes. That should be fun, right? I'm wording today. Reasonable facsimile thereof. So anyway, we are episode 14. We've reached 14 episodes with a few, breaks here and there because I fumbling about with other stuff going on, but let's get things started. Jay says it's October though. There should be a haunted school episode. Oh, we got to do that. What's that one story? You go to the bathroom, so a girl knocks, and she offers you 2 different types of toilet paper. If you take one, you die. If you take the other one, you die, but horribly, or something like that, or you get sucked into the toilet. Something happens. There's sucking involved, I think. That doesn't sound really good. A haunted house, possibly haunted school. I don't know. I haven't planned. Well, I'll talk about what I've got planned later on in the show. But that definitely something to think about for future episodes. I've got a plan. Well, basically, I mean, it's October. It's Aiai birthday month, right? The entire month. It's her birthday's on the 17th, which is next week. So more details on that, but I'll figure it out. We'll figure something out. Maybe in future. But anyway, let's get the show started. Last week, the word I wanted to say was royalty-free music. I was talking about the music that I was using for the unboxing segment, the really fun, upbeat thing. That is from Kevin MacLeod of Incomptech. I've got him listed in the show notes. Why are there always bathroom ghosts? I mean you've got the classic Bloody Mary, right? You in the bathroom, turn off the lights. I think it's a candle, right? It's a candle. You say her name 3 times, she comes, and I'm not sure exactly what's supposed to happen. Does she show up and hand you toilet paper and say, "Oh, you need to wipe"? Remember, from back to front or something. That just got weird, didn't it? Bathroom ghosts. Do they give you toilet paper? Do they kill you? Is it like that sequence in Poltergeist? If you've seen it, Jay, I'm pretty sure you've seen Poltergeist, the original, back from the 80s, where the guy is in the bathroom, he's doing something to his face and he starts picking at it, right? And then he sees a ghost, which freaked me out. I was 11 or something like that when that movie came out. I decided to watch it because I'm 11. It's Showtime. I was watching a horror movie. I freaked myself out. Oh my god. Anyway. So yeah, that still sticks with me. Yeah, bathroom ghosts. I mean, why don't they have ghosts? Like at an auto body shop. Are there auto body shop ghosts? Anybody out there who knows their ghost lore? Besides haunted houses and bathrooms, maybe it's just Japan. There should be like auto shop. Like in a high school auto shop, there's a ghost there of a student who. The car fell on him or something, and then he's there trying to teach everybody, auto shop safety. I don't know, something. But the bathroom ghost, what, do they kill you because you didn't wipe? You didn't sanitize your hands afterwards? You didn't, wash your hands for 20 seconds? I have no idea. Yeah, but there's always bathroom ghosts, and in Japan, they offer you toilet paper. If you pick the wrong one, you die. Either way, which I don't know if I go to Japan, do I really want to go to a bathroom if a ghost is going to come in, offer me toilet paper, and then just kill me? Yes. Oh, yeah, yes. I actually didn't see Cujo until a little bit later on, but I was high school. But still, the whole big dog foaming at the mouth is going to eat your face just did not do well for me. Even at that time, anyway. So yeah, big dogs, ghosts in the bathroom. In Poltergeist, but yeah, exactly. So anyway, I guess we'll never know why there are bathroom ghosts. If there are any viewers out there who have more information about bathroom ghosts in Japan or anywhere else, I mean, are there bathroom ghosts in the UK, which has a lot of ghost type things? There's a lot of folklore out in the moors of. Are there in the moors of England there be werewolves? If you've seen an American werewolf in London, the werewolves be there in the... Anyway, yes, they're out in the moors. Your ghosts are real. My ghosts are not. What? The auto body shop ghost? It's the shop, the mechanic shop in school. Kind of like what in the movie. You guys seen Grease, right? In Grease, where they do the whole Grease lightning segment, and they're trying to rebuild that. I guess it's a T-bird, because they're T-birds, right? That's the name of their gang, and they do the whole sequence, and it's in auto shop, right? I kind of like that ghost. Couldn't it be cool if you had in a public school you had the auto shop ghost who teaches you things, not to be underneath the car when the jack gives out and it kills him because it splits him in. Maybe he splits him in two, so he's walking around instead of the one piece coverall, half of it is bloody. That would be cool. That adds the little edginess to it, right? And he's got the pompadour because he's back. It happened in the 50s, right? Sure, why not? It'd be like what's that? That's that one. That one movie, it's the ghosts and Robert Downey Jr. I'm blanking on it right now. Where the 4 ghosts have been following him since he was a kid and so on. So anyway, I think one of them was that kind of Arthur Fonzarelli 50s gang member type. Anyway, so enough about Japanese bathroom ghosts who give you bad toilet paper. Really, it should be Charmin. 3-ply, 4-ply. Just, wrap it around. I'm getting really ahead of myself. We don't need to be talking about that. I'm sure anybody else who comes into chat and says, well, I thought this was about anime. They're talking about bathrooms and ghosts and toilet paper and getting sucked in. Anyway. So last week I was talking about the music. Kevin MacLeod in Comtech. There's a bunch of people that I know in the online audio drama community who use his stuff. You can either buy his music, or you can get a free download, but you have to give credit in the credits, which I do in the show notes. So without further ado, let's get on to the show. Let's get started then, which means we begin with Did you let the music just flow right through you? Just you need that music flowing through. I am, of course, attired in the proper regalia. I have my lanyard here. I've got my shirt right there, poppin'party. You guys, this is the alternate shirt, and then I've got my towel here, which is in reverse. It just says, let's see, does it? There we go. There. It's not reverse. It was upside down. I don't know my directions anymore. I think this is a square with rounded edges, right? I'm doing shapes. There we go. Bang Dream poppin'party. All right. Poppin'party. All right, so I've got that. I'm decked out in regalia. So let's get on with Bandori appreciation time. First up, of course, because it's so much fun, sleeping Aiai, and then because she's sleeping, she needs the snot bubble. Yay! I'm just gonna use this as far as it will go. It's just so much fun. So, couple things excuse me, guys. All right, so let's get started with the countdown first. So we've got 31 days until the Bang Dream cover collection Volume 6 comes out. I don't know if you need a Bandori Beach towel. Oh yes. I actually interesting that you brought that up. There, Review Starlight, which is another Bushiroad production. That one has Maho and Aiai in it, among others. Aiai says well, and then a whole bunch of other people, Moepi and Hinata and a whole bunch of other folks. They're in there. Teru is in there. Ikuta Teru. They had, I think, one of the prizes or something, that some merchandise that you could buy were towels. These huge, I think they were towels. They were either towels or flags or banners or something. And they had one of Claudine SHIYOU, which is the character that Aiai plays, and she's dressed as a pirate. And it's this huge, big, I thought it was a towel. So if they had a towel like that, I definitely would buy it. Hey, Bushiroad, if you're listening, I'm actually going to write you and tell you I've been doing stuff for Bandori for the past, 2-something months. If you're listening, your online store, have a beach towel. I think, especially if you have one for each band, so you have one for Poppy, you have one for Roselia, or some kind of combination of the lead singers or something like that. Something really cool that says Bang Dream Girls Band Party somewhere on something, some big, one of those big, huge beach towel numbers. Not the regular bath towel, but the huge, ginormous ones that you can fit like a family of 5, a very small family of 5, like lawn gnomes. A family of 5 lawn gnomes can fit in a towel and then some. And so anyway, so we got 31 days until the cover collection. I haven't seen any details about what songs they're covering, but as you know, they've done the Bandori groups have done a bunch of covers before. My favorite one, of course, is Poppy and 2 other singers, which I'm blanking on right now. They do a cover of the Sakura Wars theme song, which is really fun. Which I've got. Which I have a copy of floating around in my iTunes. So all right, so 31 days until that, which comes out, and then we got 79 days until Aiai's One Man Live, which is on the 26th. right after Christmas. So like an extended Christmas present, right? You get to see, well, you know, if you were in Japan, Aiai doing her one-man show, which sounds like it's going to be really fun. And then after that, 85 days until Poppin' Dream, which comes out at the beginning of the new year. Which, I mean, like I've said before, and I'll continue to say it again. What a fabulous way to spend the new year, right? Spend it with the 5 girls of Poppin' Party. Okay, speaking of the girls of Poppy-pa, tomorrow, the 10th of October, is Sae Otsuka's birthday. Otsuka Sae, who plays Hanazono-san. Otae, our lovely lead guitarist for Poppy-pa, she of the Rabbit Fascination. Hey, it's legendary anime JP fan. Hey, 2. Was there a 2 in your name before? Anyway, Densetsu is here, ladies and gentlemen. Densetsu is in the house. I'm never going to do that again. I should not be doing that. Densetsu, long time no see. Oh, hisashiburi desu. Glad to have you here. I think it's been, 2 or 3 episodes back that you joined us. You popped in. Nice to have you here. Join up. Jay, Stuka, say hello to Densetsu. You've seen him before. Her, him, them. You've seen them before. I'm pretty sure. Come on in as... Skime remake Melty Blood and Martian successor Nandeshko. I have that on my list. I started watching the first episode. It looks like fun. I haven't gotten back to it yet. Any good anime that I should watch? Well, we'll talk about that in the anime section in the later part of the show. So anyway, tomorrow is Sai's birthday. So happy birthday to her. Well, it's tomorrow there now in Japan. It's the 10th. So happy birthday to her. If we were in Japan, but here in the U.S. at least, on this part of the world, happy birthday tomorrow. We wish you a birthday tomorrow. Now, next one, we had this countdown last week. Garupa Pico Fever. Chibi Fever is out. It came out on the 7th. It's on YouTube right now. I will put a link in the show notes afterwards. It is friggin' hilarious. Stuka, I think you will enjoy this particular episode because it's a Jidai. So they... It basically opens as it is the warring period of the girls' band. So they've got them dressed as samurai warriors and leaders. I think you might get a kick out of that. Go check it out. I'll link the YouTube video after the show in the show notes. Go check it out. It's hilarious. It's pretty cool. So that's out. So that's the third season or third series of the Chibi Bandori funness of the bands. So do check it out. Let's see what else is coming up. In addition to Aiai's first solo, we've got yes, exactly. I see the 3 exclamation points. Yeah, it's friggin' hilarious just what they do in that one episode, and they're short episodes. If you go check it out, watch the previous ones. You'll get a kick out of them. So coming up to this October and November, it was announced earlier, probably like last week or the week before, or had been news of it had been going on. It's Kasumi and Tae's After School Remaining Tour. It's an acoustic concert. They're playing October 17th, Aiai's birthday. Which is a Sunday at the Zepp Pavilion or Music Hall in Namba. October 7th in Nagoya, and then the 17th of November 7th, and then November 17th at the Zepp Hall in Yokohama. May, hello, welcome. Glad you're here. You're just in time for Bandori appreciation time. As you can see, I am decked out in the regalia. I have my lanyard. I have T-shirt. I have the towel here, which I think you can see. Yeah, towel's right here. Towel. There we go. Towel. So we've been talking about We've been talking about the acoustic tour that's coming up. Garapa Fever just launched. Sai's birthday is tomorrow, and of course we can't forget our favorite picture. Yay! Because it's so much fun to show. And anyway, and again, I'm pretty sure that all the Aiai stands are trying to hunt me down, probably doxing me right now, even as we speak. So anyway, so they got the 3 concerts for Kasumi and Tae, which is just Aimin and Sae doing acoustic numbers, which I think is going to be really cool. I don't know if they've mentioned what the sets are going to be. I think they've done some rearranging of the songs or new arrangements of the songs, or at least really cool arrangements of the songs. May, if you have heard anything, do let us know. May is our go-to person. She hears a lot that I don't know if I hear the same that she hears, but she might hear from other sources as well. So anybody else who's got word about that, yes, the Fever song, yes, it's like now to those of you who haven't seen it yet, I love the ending credits or the opening. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's got all the girls. They're sort of streaming them, or what? Not streaming them, but they're showing them in a line, and they're sort of panning across, and the girls are going back or moving by whatever it is that they're doing, and then behind them on this pyramid, you see the poppin'party girls. They're dancing, and then at one point they're doing something like Kasumi looks like she turns into a caveman, and she's just going completely nuts on top of the pyramid. Okay, there we go. 8 songs in the set list and a cover song for each performer. Okay, there we go. 8 songs in the set list. I wonder what they will be. I have heard some of the acoustics before. Of course, Starbeat, and then the one that I like, and I don't know that they're necessarily going to play this, but the one recording I have is Rimi doing Yes Bang Dream, which is really fun. It's kind of a neat to hear her singing that. She sounds like she's having fun. And the other fun one that I like is it's the which one was it? I'm ready. I'm checking my notes here. Starbeat, Yes Bang Dream. Oh yeah. Hashiri Hajimeta Bakari no Kimi ni. That's another good one. It's a nice mellow song, and it sounds really cool. It sounds great, non-acoustic, just a full instrumentation, and then the acoustic has a nice, almost hunting quality to it, I think. But okay, we don't know what songs yet. That it just sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm sure they're going to be bantering back and forth in between the songs. So that would, if they were able to have a video of that somehow, Bushi Road, if you're listening to the fans, please put these out on video somehow. Make them available that we can have. We will gladly. I'm telling you, we will gladly buy these things. We will, we'll save up. We'll buy. We'll tell our friends to buy it. We'll buy copies for our friends. I'll buy copies for my friends. Don't you ever have a copy? Oh, but you don't. Here, have a copy of the acoustic tour with the Kasumi and Otae. If you've got the 9th live on video, great. A Blu-ray. I've got 6 copies here. I'll give you one. I'm gonna get to that in a moment, the 9th live, because I know I started talking about it last week, but there are a couple things that I failed to mention, especially after watching it before they took it off the air. In that special viewing period, I did another rewatch, and a couple things came to mind that I wanted to mention and talk about. The other thing too, today, October 9th, in Irvine, California, of all friggin' places, there was a pop-up event with Bushi and a company called Honey and Butter Macarons. So apparently they had a pop-up shop go up, and they had character macarons inspired by the film Live Second Stage. What the actual... When are they going to bring that up here into the Seattle area, or anywhere else for that matter? Irvine, real. Irvine, if you don't happen to know, is down in the LA area. I can see that the Bushi Road US USA offices are down in the Los Angeles area. So, I mean, it is only fitting they're probably reaching out to local businesses or whatnot. But still, come on, just bring them up here. I'm sure there's got to be somebody in Seattle who does something similar to honey butter macarons or some. Whoa, I know. Books kunikuya. Yeah, I think I'm pronouncing that properly. But anyway, they've got an office. They've got a store in Seattle, downtown Seattle, in the International District. They need to do something there, and maybe they already are, and I just don't know it yet because I haven't been out in that direction. We'll change. We'll make that. We'll change that shortly. Okay, so Bang Dream 9th Live. I'd mentioned it last week. I'd seen it. I bought the viewing period. I think it was for like a little over a week and a half or so. And it was the 9th Live, the beginning, which is the 2-day concert featuring Poppin'party and Roselia. And of course, as I'm drinking, I failed to mention. Let's pause for a word from our sponsor. And our sponsor, of course, is none other than unofficially sponsored by Starbucks, which is just nearby. I got myself my vanilla latte there, and of course, where I have my choco cornet in here in the bag. It's the chocolate croissant, right? But close enough. Close enough for government work. So yes, I've got that. We are ready. So anyway, so the 9th Live. After we talked last week, and I mentioned that I enjoyed it, of the two sets of shows, day 2 was, of course, my favorite, partly because they sang Starbeat. And as I mentioned, that song, any live performance of that song will always bring me to tears because it punches me in. You bought 2 days? Oh, yes, bought 2 days, yes. For a second there, I was thinking they released it on DVD and I didn't see. Okay, yes, I bought that too. I think I watched it 3 times in full, but it occurred to me that the last time I was able to see it before they took it off the viewing period was I was watching day 2. Like I said, anytime I see a live performance of Starbeat, it would always kick me in the feels with hobnailed boots, and every single time, including that because of the was it that special release they did the commemorative special music video version of Starbeat, and I lost it. It took me a while to recover a little bit, but anyway, so again, day 2 is my favorite. Starbeat, of course, for one. The other one too, and I've mentioned it before, especially talking about episode of Roselia, Neo Aspect. It kind of brings me full circle because I talked about the first time I had heard that song, or the section of that song, the chorus, was when I originally started watching things about Bandori and poppin'party in particular, and that was that truncated version of the Budokan Live, the 4th Live, the Miracle Party Live, had that song as part of like a little ad or little announcement in the middle, and for whatever reason, it just kind of always makes me think. It brings me back full circle. When episode of Roselia, it was featured in that one. I got goosebumps. Anyway, so in day 2 when they played Neo Aspect, I got goosebumps again. So that was really cool. So I think what does it for me, because of day 2, and I guess because of the fact that it's the second and the last day of the concert of the 2 pieces, is the ending. After they do they bow to the audience and they say thank you, the band members go off stage, and the camera picks them up as they're leaving, off by the wings as they're leaving the stage, and each one turns to the camera and does a little thing, something cute, and they head out. All of them except for Aimi and Aiai, so Kasumi and Yukina, are left on stage, and this little meeting of the minds of this little bit there, if yeah, I think what I'm trying to say is that little bit there really hit me hard, and I think I was pretty much in tears at the end of that because of their little. And I didn't realize it was going to do that. I had never. I mean, I think I'd mentioned before I'd watched the Budokan Live and cried at various points in there. I think at watching day 2 of the beginning, I cried at the end because of this little exchange. Roughly speaking, this is what I heard. The two of them are standing on stage. They look at the audience, and they turn to each other. They look at each other, and Aimi says, Minato-san, let's play Alive together again. And Aiai says, yes, let's do that. And Aimi says, let's promise. And she holds out her pinky like this. And Aiai reaches over with her pinky. And it says, yes, agreed. And they do the pinky swear. And I swear to God, when I saw that, I think I lost it. Just because that, I mean, well, I think what does it for me now, after I'd originally said in my initial review that I really didn't care too much about Roselia. They were fine. They were okay. I was more interested in Poppy-pa than the other band members. After seeing episode of Roselia, parts 1 and 2, I get the feeling now, primarily the fact that it's the two of them that seem to be. I mean, the entire franchise, if I remember correctly, started out first with poppin'party, and I think Roselia was a second band that started to do lives, and then everybody else kind of followed along. The fact that they did it that way, and what I saw in episode of Roselia, what I saw in season 1 of the anime, and what I saw on stage on that second day, and I don't know that I think May, correct me if I'm wrong. You've probably seen more lives than I have. I think this is one of the few times, or maybe the first time, that Roselia and Poppy-pa have actually played together back to back, or played at the same time. I could be wrong, but the fact that they both play together, at least as a live. Again, I could be wrong, but I think that part it made me realize that I think I'm seeing the two of them as sort of almost like they're not. It's like I wanted to say initially they're light. They're like light and dark. Poppy-pa is the lightness because they're happy and they're very upbeat, and then Roselia has that sort of dark quality, the very goth rock, almost stylish, very theatrical. But I think they're two sides of the same coin. I think each one has elements of the other, and I think together they sort of bring out the best in each other. And I think for the most part, what I like about the bands, all the bands in the storyline, is that they challenge each other to be better. If not for Roselia, it's sort of what all the other bands are trying to reach up to, and in each one they're trying to get to the next level, to see they're at that level, I want to get there too. And they're not being beat down by the other bands. They're like, okay, for me to play with you, you have to get to our level, which is the storyline in the second season, right? Poppy-pa wants to do their own live show with Roselia, and Roselia is telling them, you have to come up to our level, and then we can play. And then so it's something for them to strive to get to that level. And I think that's yes, first joint live. Yes, so I think I think that it hit home the fact that having the two of them play, you can see they're sort of light and dark, they're lightness and shadow, but I think they're both sides of the same coin. They're two sides of the same coin, so they're kind of mirrors of each other, not necessarily good or bad, but just mirrors of each other. And I think I like that dynamic of them. Anyway, that's my little spiel for Bandori Appreciation Time. I hope you enjoyed that, and because of that, we will do a little bit of this. Yay, Kokoron! Anyway, I like that. I like that little bit. It just tickles me. Just the fact that That's because everybody knows that's how you get out. Yeah, that's how you go down from the second floor of any high school. In particularly Hanajo High School, that's how you get from the second floor down to the courtyard. Is you just pull a kokoro. And so, having said that, having pulled the kokoro, let us go ahead and move to our next segment, which we know as Cho Seiyu Sanju, or Ojo-sama, the outstandingly enjoyful, over-enthusiastically unbelievable society of Aiai and maho-nee appreciation. And of cue, yeah. Honestly, that's never going to get old for me. I can sit there and watch that over and over and over, probably adding additional pictures that I found online. I pulled a couple and moved a couple around, switched out a few. But yeah, I just enjoy that's anyway, it makes me happy. So, Ojo-sama, that slideshow, it is, of course, October. It is Aiai birthday month. She celebrates her birthday next weekend, the 17th of October. To-ina, as she says, in her Hibiki Jiko Shokai, which is Hibiki number 5, Daigokai. Hibiki style Daigokai, episode 5. She does her self intro, and she mentions that she remembers it by I guess the abbreviation or shorthand To-ina. To for 10, na, 7 in the counting system. So next week we're going to be celebrating her birthday. I have a bunch of stuff planned. I'm gonna have some food. I'm gonna eat on stream. I'll do that. What is it? Mukbang. I'll just. Yeah, we'll just have an eating thing next week. I'm already drinking coffee, so what else is new? There, as I take another sip. So yes, and also in honor of her birthday, I have prepared a song that I'm going to sing, and in maybe somebody will pull that video and say, "Here, somebody's singing you a song." So I've been practicing. I've got it works out. I'm no Elements Garden by any means, but I think it works for what I put together. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Yes, another food stream. Yes, I'm probably gonna buy some mochi. We'll see what else. Some Pocky sticks, and I'll just chow down. Yes. Maybe I'll even get since it is her birthday, maybe I'll get a cupcake and a little candle. We'll light the candle. We'll all sing happy birthday, and then I'll sing my little song to her. So that's gonna be next week. And since we're talking about Aiai and maho-nee, and this is a little video I pulled from just some more fun for them. I love this video. I've seen it before. I want to share it with you guys. This is hilarious. I believe I'm going to say this is from a Maho channel episode. I'm not sure which one. I'm trying to find that out. But the set design behind them makes me think it's very similar to the set design for some of the early or mid. What is it? It's a mid-century Maho channel. Of course, it's a mid-century Maho channel, as you can see by the architecture in the background. Oh, you bring the piñata? Yes, our own. Yeah, yes, yeah. We're gonna do a birthday. Bring the piñata, and then we'll virtually hit it. I'm not sure exactly how that'll work. I'll do this, and then you can hit. Anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll talk logistics. Well, yeah, a virtual piñata party. What do you think of that? That would be friggin' awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna get a cupcake and put a candle on it. Hopefully, I don't set my room on fire, but we'll figure that out as we get there. Yeah, so this one I pulled I believe it's from a Maho channel episode. I'm not sure which one. I'm still combing through our archives, watching. But it is, of course, our two favorite ladies. And here, have a look.
もうね、マグロね、いただいてたんだ実はね。食べてたね。マグロ。マグロ。おいしい。髪の毛がすごい乱れてね。ほら、富田さん、マグロ。ほら、美味しいだろ。おいしい。わあ、ありがとうございました。また行きますよ、絶対。呼んでね。来てくれて。やったー。どういうこと？滑った。滑った。
Alright, because I guess that's what you do. If you hold up your hand with some Maguro tuna in it and Maho's nearby, she's gonna basically steal it from your fingers. It's like watching her feed the fish or feed the dolphin, something. I don't know. And then she falls behind Aiai right there at the very end. It just tickles me. That one and any of the other videos where they're goofing around. I mean, it's who I believe it was Haru who said they're just basically controlled chaos. Chaos in two in the number 2 in 2 forms. And then, of course, you know, besides being Looney Tunes, they are. I mean, come on, let's look at that. Look at that, left to right. Counting Momoyo in the middle, playing Kairen Aijo. We've got them with the swords and just, you know, the intensity of the look in there. And of course, I mean, how do you beat Aiai's fighting pose? How do you beat Aiai's fighting pose? I think, you know, she's just very powerful. I mean, you know, we might as well look at the power of Aiai. There, I mean, there. Bow down to the power of Aiai. The power of Aiai compels you. Demon, be gone. Just sing in praises of the power of Aiai. So let us pray. In nomine Papipa et Kasumi et Arisa Ayasa Otae Rimirin Sancti. Glory and praise to Bandori. Okay. All right, are you guys ready? It's time for what I promised you. If you guys didn't remember, I got another package this week, this past week. So it's time for... Yes, unboxing time. And of course, as Jay pointed out last time, what is unboxing without a little bit of unboxing music, right? Here's a package. Look at that, look at that. It's a little one, but that's okay. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna unbox some more and then... Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Check it out, yeah! Okay, alright, let's get... Come on. We're gonna turn that down and let's get to some unboxing. So there's the package in question. This came in. It's just a little one. This came in from overseas. First class postage. You guys ready? Here we go. I can actually hold this up and we can see exactly what we're unboxing. So here we go. There's the... There's a first part there. Woof! Look at that. All right, here we go. And there's no, yeah, we just open it. Okay, you guys ready? Oh, oh yes. Yes, here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's in it's some kind of a holder there with tape. Right there, you can see tape there. All right. I'm going to grab a pair of scissors and see if I can... Oh, wait, no. I think, here. Yeah, we'll get some scissors. Hip-hop is the wrong kind of... Yeah, we'll just stay with this one, yeah. I thought it'd be kind of fun. All right, here we go. I think I can get this pair of scissors. Safety scissors. I'm not going to hurt myself. I promise I won't run with them much. All right, here we go. There you go. We're cutting it. We're cutting. Okay, here we go. Oh, we are open. Are we ready? Here's a... Oh, yes. You guys ready to see what it is? Okay, there's some... It's being held down by... I'll do the reveal in just a moment. It's in plastic. There's some tape around it to kind of keep it in place in this little holder. It was in the middle of this. See, there's the tape that was holding it down. And then here it is. You guys ready? Yeah, yes. Look at that. This is, I found this on eBay. It is authentic Bushiroad. You can see the logo in the back. I believe this is from, yes, it's Butai Shoujo. It is the, from Review Starlight. Let me see if I can open it. There's a little thing in the back. Open it. Is it one card? Yes, I believe so. Yep, we got that card. Look at that. How cool is that? She's a cheerleader! Yay! Okay, so, yeah. Yeah, so, that was awesome. Yes. That is so cool. Okay, so I think it was, May, was it you who said you're reading a print book and you were going to use a bromide of Aiai as a bookmark, but you wouldn't get much read. I'm not using this as a bookmark. That's gonna go right here by my computer. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna get any work done having that out. So anyway, that is awesome. That is yay. There must be a dance for that. There must be a dance. Okay, alright, so, woo! Look at that! That is awesome! I mean, it kind of goes along with the little Aiai card I got when I got her CD, right? So if you bought her CD, Restarting, this came in it. That was a really cool thing. But then, you know, I have that. Yes, May, that was you. I thought that was hilarious. So you probably had one of these that using, or similar, as that. No, yeah. I Claudine Saijo's cheerleader. I in a cheerleader outfit. Yeah, yeah. So, that's gonna be nearby. And of course, since we're talking about Aiai, we have bangs. No bangs. Bangs. No bangs. I really like this cover. This is an awesome cover. This is from her first mini single that I talked about that I got last week, right? So anyway, that was the unboxing. That does it for the unboxing for us folks. So yeah, just a little something. Is that even a phrase nowadays? So that was awesome. I'll put that there. I can use that to protect other cards. That was cool. All right, so now it's time to get into some anime that we want to talk about. So take a drink here and we'll discuss some anime. To answer your question, Densetsu, I'll talk about some anime that you might be interested in. Maybe not. You never know. So having said that, let's get into... there's Ricopin with the ever-loving trope of having toast in your mouth as you run to class. There we go. Yeah, you want to see that again? There we go. Anyway, I think that was a clip from... I've seen the longer part of that, but there's more to that if I understand it right. That was from Roush and Craziness, which was Roselia and Roz doing a joint live, and that was sort of like the big piece. I think there was like a video segment in the middle where they're all playing students in a classroom. Ricopin comes in late, and Ayasa, and I believe Ayasa and Aimin are their teachers, or they're doing some kind of quiz or test or something like that. I've seen bits and pieces of the longer piece, and it's pretty hilarious. I want to try and find if any of you out there know where the full deal is. If you want to link it to me, that'd be great, and I'll tell everybody else where to link that, because that was what I saw. What I was able to see was pretty funny. That was a neat little bit there. Okay, so let's talk some anime. All right, so the first thing is, I think I mentioned last week that Crunchyroll now has Dirty Pair in their catalog. One of the early shows that I had never seen. This was in high school. I had never seen, but the only thing I knew of them was from some photo books. They had photo books of Kei and Yuri and everything else. And there was they had a what did they call it? It was a combination photo book and mechanic book, I guess is what they call it. What they had, they show you behind the scenes drawings, the artwork from the show, sketches, character designs, mecha designs, that sort of thing. So I had one of those with me. It was a pretty good sized, like 8.5 by 11, fairly thick book with lots of pictures, and I think it had in Japanese at the time. It had it was an episode guide, so it had stills from the episodes and a little written summary of that, and then all the sketches, character designs, early designs, their gear, costumes, and all that, which is really cool. So I never saw the show, not at the time in high school. I hadn't gotten to the point of being able to, get anything. But conventions were a thing, and I had gone to one. I found them, and of course, me at the time, chicks with guns, girls with guns, kick butt girls with guns. That was my thing. So I picked them up, and so now I'm finally able to see. I just saw episode 1, which is a lot of fun. I mean, it is kind of retro, very, very much an 80s anime, but it was still fun, and everything that I remember seeing from the time, all the crazy kookiness that these two are known for. Hence, they're being called the Dirty Pair, because anything they get to usually ends up in exploding or on fire or something breaking, and so they're kind of known for that. Now it turns out that the Dirty Pair, and I think it was Retro Crush posted this, or maybe it was Crunchyroll posted this on their Twitter feed. Dirty Pair, the anime, was inspired by the legendary 1970s women's wrestling duo, the Beauty Pair, made up of two wrestlers, Jackie Sato and Maki Ueda. And of course, we know who else is a wrestler, Aiai, as Harima Yuki way back. In her early days, she was a wrestler for 2 years, toured with the group, which predates Stardom now, was called Actress Girls, and there are a couple of other wrestlers who are still wrestling now, Joshi Puro, in Stardom, who were part of that group at that time, and she wrestled, I think, it was either 3 or 4 matches before she retired. Anyway, which I will show some bits in the tribute video next week as part of the whole celebration party. So lots of things from there. But anyway, so Dirty Pair turned out to be inspired by Beauty Pair, which is kind of cool, I think. And interestingly enough, Dirty Pair, along with 2 other shows, Xena, so Xena and Gabrielle, and Gunsmith Cats, and Dirty Pair were the inspiration for me, because in 2008 I released the first of a series of web serials about called Cat and Mouse Guns for Hire. It was basically the set of stories about two female mercenaries in the near future, kind of a Blade Runner type of future, taking on jobs and getting into trouble. It was primarily inspired by not just Xena, the TV show, but also Gunsmith Cats and Dirty Pair. And the future that I envision for them is essentially Bubblegum Crisis. That particular future, the sort of 80s retro feel for what cyberpunk is. It's not the high-tech, it's not that high-tech. It's sort of almost old-tech, retro-tech, whatever was it's what the 80s thought the near future was going to be like. So everything William Gibson, pretty much the aesthetic of to a degree Appleseed by Shiro Masamune, and a combination of Bubblegum Crisis, that whole series, not Bubblegum Crisis, not 2042, the original one from 86, 84 to 86, I believe it is, or 86 on, was part of the impetus that gave me the aesthetic for that serial, and I kind of tried to write it. Gunsmith Cats needed more anime. Yes, I completely agree. I have the 3-volume set, but aside from the anime, there are 5 volumes. There are 5 manga volumes. I think they're long out of print. I have 3 of them, 3 of the 4. I think 3 of the 5, two of the 4, and then there was a second, like a second series called was it Gunsmith Cat Crash? I think it was. Anyway, there was a second series of Gunsmith Cats manga that I bought. I have 2 of them. The manga is great. The manga is awesome. Very much hits the my whole firearms fandom, because Kenichi Sonoda really did his homework when it came to depicting firearms very realistically and in detail. I mean, just looking at some of his drawings, it looks like you're looking at a technical manual for that particular firearm. But anyway, aside from that, Dirty Pair was one of the influences for that web serial that I wrote, along with Gunsmith Cats and Xena. I always like to call it, for those who like anime, Cat and Mouse was basically Gunsmith Cats meets Appleseed in a Blade Runner future, or Gunsmith Cats meets Dirty Pair in a Blade Runner future. So there you go. So let's go from Dirty Pair, let's go from the future to the present day, and to some aquariums. And we're going to talk about Aquatope, which I am so glad it's still continuing, because I thought when I got to episode 12 and I thought, oh my god, this is it, and they're leaving it at that, what the friggin' hell? And then I was so nicely surprised when episode 13 popped up on my queue, and I said, yes, oh my god, that's awesome, there's more. And as it turns out, there's going to be 24 episodes, I believe, in total. So yay, the story continues. I'm hoping they really talk about, I've mentioned this, I want them to talk about that little dude with the palm fronds, the kind of nature boy. I'm going to call him Nature Boy. Okay, so episode 14 just popped up. Episode 13 was last week. Episode 14 popped up. And at the end of episode 13, a familiar face makes her way back. Fuka is back. Not the Fuka from the other show, which really tripped me up when I first heard her name. But anyway, Fuka shows back up. She comes back. I guess she must have gone to Tokyo, because in episode 12 we see her on the plane, and if they ended it that way, there was no resolution in her story, unless that's the thing that they want to do, which I find that sometimes that is the thing that happens in anime, which annoys the hell out of me. That's just me. I'm not necessarily want something to be complete, but at least there was some kind of resolution in there, and I didn't feel that her story had any resolution at the time. I mean to her that particular arc that she was on resolved, but there was no resolution about her relationship with Kukuru. I'm kidding. I know we had the Miku Ito mix up from last week. She's not. We didn't bring her from Bandori-verse. She's in Aquatope. She's in Aquaverse. Aquatope. So anyway, I do like the fact that Fuka returns. Nice. That was a nice touch because they did have that talk when she did leave. And I gotta say, there's been a couple of shows this week, these past 2 weeks that have been really hitting me in the feels. I'm not sure why. I think it's just telling me it's time for another Bang Dream rewatch, which will be season 1, number 12, season 2 somewhere in the low digits, because I pretty much rewatched this first season. So it'll probably be season 2, be somewhere between 3 and 5. And then season 3, less of a rewatch, but I'll rewatch it anyway. So probably that's probably be either the second or third rewatch for that. I think that's what it's telling me, and I'll get to why in a second. So when I heard Fuka's voice when she shows up, well, if you haven't seen it, watch it. But she's on the beach, and then Fuka shows up, and I got teary-eyed. And then when I'm watching episode 14. Their encounter on the beach later on when they're talking just kept it. I mean, I really needed this, which I don't use for that. It just sort of hangs on the back of my chair. That's what Kleenex is for. That's what these things are for. Is when you start to bawl, you grab one of these. No, I got tissue nearby. But anyway, yeah. So that got me a little teary-eyed. Not a punch in the feels, but sort of a pinch. They grabbed my ear and yoinked it, like my mom used to do when I got in trouble when I was a kid. Anyway, okay. So let's talk about the BITCH. She probably isn't, but so far she's acting like one. Hayabaru, the girl who showed up at Tingara from Tingara, who tells Kukuru, I'm your senpai. I'm senior to you. She was the one who went to Gama Gama and decided, I'm not going to learn anything here because you're not teaching me what I want to learn. And not necessarily what I think she should have learned by going to a place like Gama Gama. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, because now she's at Tingara and she's still being she's still on her high horse, I think. She strikes me as the Two-Face kind of character, the one smile, says, I'm your friend, and then meanwhile stabbing you in the kidneys without you knowing it. She's got that personality. Whether something happens from it, whether there's going to be a confrontation between her and Kukuru or somebody else, maybe it's going to be maybe it'll be Fuka, steps up and throat punches her. Or she's working in the penguin enclosure. Maybe they throw her in the water and the penguins come at her. They put pieces of fish on her and then the penguins attack. When penguins attack, right? That would be anyway. Maybe I'm thinking grisly death. Maybe there should be an aquarium ghost. What do you think, Jay? Should there be an aquarium ghost? Do you want a penguin or a manta ray? And then either one, you pick one, you die. Anyway, May, we were talking about ghosts earlier on. The famous high school toilet ghost or bathroom ghost, right? Anyway, so that's where the ghost reference comes from, or maybe it's a ghost of a penguin that's in there. I'm not sure why, since they just built Tingara, but maybe there was a penguin burial ground, like Poltergeist. It was an Indian Native American burial ground. They come up because they built on it, and you're bothering the dead. The dead penguins come up, rise up. I have no idea where I'm going with that. I'm just throwing things out, but that's like that. Yes, what is it? Team Aquarium Ghost. Yeah, there you go. Team Aquarium Ghosts. That'd be cool. Yeah. I don't know if she's due to learn. I'm talking about the Hayabaru. I don't know if I'm getting the sense that she feels full of, she's one of those people that on the outside is or shows one face and then is really not that way at heart. She strikes me as she's trying to the fact that she was trying to play to the manager, the marketing guy, saying, was it the marketing guy saying, I'm going to take these books, I want to study more, and she's just one of those people, cutthroat, sees everything as a way to make her way up the corporate ladder climber, one of those where I don't care, you get in my way, I'm gonna stab you, I'm gonna make an end run around you just to be the top, all the while great, but you're missing the bigger lesson that's around you, and I think the fact that she didn't want to learn from the previous manager, Gramps from Gamma Gamma, tells me that that's not. She wouldn't have learned anything anyway from working with him, or from working with anybody who had been at Gamma Gamma. So I'm really curious to see what her arc story. I'm pretty sure we're going to find out something happened to her in her past that made her this way, trying to make her a more likable character, but I still think she's a bitch. Anyway, you didn't hear that from me. As far as Kukuru goes, I think May had posted something, and I might have seen it from somebody else, but I think May was posting something that she's learning about the business side of running an aquarium. It's not just being working with the animals. You've got to figure out how to work with the people to make them keep coming back. I think that the head of Tingara put her in marketing to try and show her that, and I think it was probably something that her grandfather wanted her to learn that she wasn't able to learn while she was at Gamma Gamma. Because if you remember, most of the time that she was there, she was trying to bring other people in, but she was still stuck as an attendant of the animals, which is great. And she's got that background, but I think she needs to expand her circle. What is it that that in order for her to care for the animals, they need to bring the people in. Which is what Gamma Gamma was unable to do, and hopefully she's going to learn by learning the business side. I mean, right now she's figuring out how to work with the other people to get things done. It was interesting that what's her name, Hayabaru finally relented to bring the guests in on that tour. At the very end, I think part of the reason was the other girl, and I just blanked on her name. The other girl who was working the enclosure with them said, I'll be able to do it. And I don't think she wanted to be that much of a bitch to everybody and say, well, I'm going to say no to everybody. I'm going to say no just to her, but I'll say yes to you. So I think she wanted to say, I'll relent this time. But it could be she'll use that to say, well, I did this now. I scratched your back. You have to scratch my back. Maybe there's some intrigue in there. Who knows? I'm not sure exactly which way they're gonna. They can either go. It can go either way. So I'm curious to see what happens next in the show. I am enjoying it. I'm glad that they were able to expand from just 12 episodes because I really want to see the kind of lessons that Kokoro will learn from working at the aquarium without the black suits. I'm kidding, Kukuru. I want to see what she learns, and then maybe there's something. The fact that Fuka is back I'm sure there's going to be an arc for her to follow along. We still don't know. Is she completely done with being an idol? If so, maybe she's turning that experience into what she's going to learn and what she can do to help out Kukuru and to help out Tingara. Not that they're having any problems, but that kind of help out in that environment. And speaking of Fuka being a former idol, let's get into the next idol, next anime about idols, Love Live Superstar. Like I said last week, I am really enjoying this show. These girls are just a hoot. It's hijinks ensue, and at the same time, when you're not looking, they punch you in the feels, because the last 3 episodes have been such that I've gotten teary-eyed. And like I said, I think it's because I need to, sit down and do a entire weed watch of Bang Dream just to get all of that out and reset everything. But no, this one, the whole story with Sumire trying to figure out how to be the center in this particular part of their idol journey. It was canon, and now at this time, because of the kind of song that they were singing, they thought she would be better center, but she didn't want to because she didn't feel confident in herself. And then you'll see how the story progresses. My favorite part in this was near the very beginning. The girls are sitting there trying to figure out that the preliminary competitions are going to be how they're going to figure out who's going to progress in the prelims, because apparently there have been so many entries in that preliminary. They're trying to weed out everybody, and one of them says, oh, maybe they'll do Janken. And so they start to go off and square off and do Janken, and Cuckoo comes in and says, nope, you're not going to do that. There's just this cute little sequence there, which I laughed out loud. I LOL'd at that. I don't know why. It struck me as really cute and funny. Check it out. It's near the beginning of the episode. I think it's one of those where I rewound it a couple times just to watch it again. Just and they go, and it makes me think of in the previous episode 9, when they're trying to find out, they do that live stream where they're trying to ask the people what their names should be, and hijinks ensue. I mean, madness ensues in that little bit. They just go off in several directions at once. So I'm enjoying what's going on. I love the music. The songs are great. They're fun. They're lively. They're catchy. And I'm looking forward to continuing to watch the idol journey for this Love Live. Hopefully, again, like the other 2, they're able to save. They'll be able to save their schools to some degree. I know that wasn't the case with I believe with Love Live Sunshine. Aqua wasn't able to. I think Muse did. Aqua didn't, or maybe Muse didn't and Aqua was able to. It's been a while, but hopefully Layla are able to save their school from what's about to happen. So the next one that I checked out was Pride of Orange, premiered this week. That's the girls ice hockey, and at this, I'm excited to binge watch. Oh yes, I think I might have to go just because they're already 10 episodes out. So I think in preparation for episode 11, I'm going to go back. I think I mentioned that I rewatched one a couple of times simply because I love the how it ended. It was very much like I was watching a musical, specifically because she starts singing on her way somewhere, and she breaks out into the song, and when she finishes, the crowd around her collapses, starts clapping, starts to applaud, like she just started singing in the middle of a Tokyo street. But anyway, it was really cute, so I watched that a couple times. So I think I will rewatch from the beginning up to just before the next episode start, just to have fun, because we've got 2 episodes left. We just did 10, 11, and then 12. I think there's supposed to be 12. Maybe there's a 13. Who knows? But they're in the middle of the competition. We'll see What happens? Will they reach the top of Love Live? Will they go? Will they go to Music Fest with Roselia? Again, everything is connected to Bang Dream, right? Right? What is it? It's all Bandori-related. It's 6 degrees, 0 degrees of Bandori. So anyway, so Pride of Orange was one that I just watched, just premiered, and there was another one that I caught. It looked interesting, at least by the title, and that one was Banished. I call it Banished. The full title is Banished from the Hero's Party. I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside. Now, hey Vic is here. Hey guys, Vic is popped in. Hi Vic, how are you doing? Chat, say hello to Vic. Vic, you know chat. Also, we had a returnee from a way back, legendary anime JP fan. I call him Densetsu. I don't know if you were here while he was here, Vic, but go ahead, say hi. Say hi to Vic, guys. All right, so we were talking about Banished and Pride of Orange. Pride of Orange is, for both of them, I'm going to say that I so far, episode 1, interesting. I'm going to say that because I think I wasn't too keen on how they ended for the episodes. For some reason, they stopped short of trying to give us something that for me would lead into the next episode. Not necessarily a cliffhanger, but it seemed like for both of them, they sort of ended without something to draw us. And I did watch all the way to the end, because sometimes I know they'll do that post-credits, and I don't remember that there was anything post-credits on both of them that will, its own thing that leads you into the next chapter, something to draw you. Like they finished the story of that episode, and it was like, okay, we're done. Just come back, and we'll do some more next week. I kind of felt that way for both Banished and Pride of Orange. I think they could have done something where they finish the story and then something else, something begins. In TV writing, they call it the A, B, and C plots. So the A plot is the main plot, the B plot is the subplot, and the C plot usually has either something to do with the other two storylines or something completely extra. And then sometimes what will happen is they'll do a D plot, and the D plot feeds into the next, either feeds into the next episode or something that is going to stretch out for multiple episodes, right? So you have A runs the entire thing, B a subplot attached to A, C something completely random, and then D is this one that's sort of sitting there. Maybe it's a slow burn for later on, but they'll drop it in and it will lead to the next one that may be connected to the A story of the next episode. Here I am talking writing in an anime, but anyway, anime show. There wasn't that element that will lead you into the next episode, which I thought they missed something, or maybe it was intended. But I think if they had something, because I was really waiting for something to go. Is that was it? That there wasn't anything that would take us into the next episode. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a big cliffhanger where somebody's gonna die, but something, either a line where somebody says something and you go, ooh, what does that mean? Will we find out in the next episode? No, really, they just at the end of episode 1 they went home, and same thing at the end of episode 1 in Banished, he goes home. There was something that happened earlier in the episode that if it happened at the end, I think that would have been a good draw to it. But as it was left in the middle of the episode, and it's sort of dropped in, and you're like, oh, okay, and then the episode continues. So if they had flipped it and put that, so it didn't hook me as much as I wanted to. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it was interesting, but I think it was missing that. I'm gonna check out episode 2 to see if they get anywhere from that. But so far, I'm not feeling it right now. I do want to get to at least the point where Aiai and the other Bandori ladies show up as part of the opposing team, or as the opposing team. I think the majority of them were Bandori ladies. So I'd be curious just to get to that point. Sort of like watching Kimono Friends. I don't really care until we get to the Penguins, which has Mikoron and Aiai as one of them. Yes. If the new character shakes things up, we'll see what happens. I did notice, as far as Pride of Orange goes, that Mana, I think, is the main character, or one of the main characters' name. The girl, the red-haired girl. She, for whatever reason it was, I think I got a Karen Aijo feel from her. I'm not. Maybe it's because the hairstyles are slightly similar, kind of, minus the little crown hairpin. But I got a very Karen Aijo feel from her. I am curious to see, though, the quiet girl, and I'm blanking on the name right now. I should have written it down. The one who was basically talking to the grandmother, and the grandmother says, "Oh, you're such a studious girl. Like you want to know everything." The fact that she kind of got hooked into hockey was kind of interesting, but beyond that, there wasn't enough of that. Ooh, what leads us into the next episode? Feel for me. I'm gonna keep watching it. Also, just to see what happens. What happens next? We'll see what happens in the next episode. And again, like watching Kimono Friends, I think the Penguins only show up in a couple of episodes. In the whole, there's like 12 episodes, and they only show up for 4 of them. So I'm just gonna go find. I saw one of them that was really cute. Aiai plays a rockhopper penguin, and then they show up 3 more times, scattered through the series. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna go on Crunchyroll and just look for those. That's me. I mean, come on. Yeah, that's there. Anyway, okay. So Pride of Orange and Banished. I'm gonna check out more of Banished just because the story sounds interesting. There's things that they talk about or they deal with. I'd like to see what happens next. But like I said, I wish that there had been something that gave me more of a, ooh, let's drag you into the next episode. So when it does drop, I'll watch it. I may wait. It might be one of those where I'll wait for a couple more episodes, and I'll come in and see if the ball they get the ball rolling, picks up speed, what have you. Next couple ones that Decide Traumare and Battle Game in 5 Seconds. I've watched the first 3 episodes of Battle Game. I'm finding it interesting. It is the same thing with Decide. They're dark. I think Vic was talking about that with me. I was mentioning it watching Decide. They get a little dark in the storylines. I don't mind dark, but too much dark is dark. You know what I mean? It's just very heavy. There's not. I'm not getting. If there's not enough. I mean, I can see a story being dark, but it should have a light moment in there too, to kind of break the tension. It's always a good thing. One reason the comic relief, even in a horror movie, works because you get the laugh before Jason comes out and then takes your head off, or throws you into a bathroom with a ghost who gives you the wrong toilet paper and you get sucked down into the toilet and you die. There's the bathroom ghost again. We seem to be going back to that, Jay. The aquarium ghost. We'll have you get sucked down into the manta ray, and the manta ray starts gnawing on your brain pan. Okay. Same thing with Battle Game. I mean, there was the episode with. Anyway, they're fairly dark. Again, that and a couple of other else. 86 is another one where it's a very serious show. there's a couple of slightly lighthearted moments, but it's a war movie basically. It's a war series. So yes, it's going to be more or less a never-ending parade of serious, death battle stuff like that. Same thing with Battle Game in 5 seconds. And D-Side, I mean, some of the topics they talk about, people are depressed. If you're watching the show, they take this drug. It helps them, sort of release, but the release actually calls out demons or creatures from another dimension. Anyway, I won't give too much away, and then we get the heroes who fight them back. But I mean, some of that stuff can get a little dark. Those are ones that are slow watches for me. I think I mentioned this before. I'm not gonna, even if there are a whole bunch of episodes, they're not ones that I'm necessarily going to binge watch, just because each one is so weighty and heavy, and that just it's a lot. I mean, it's like watching hardcore drama after. It's like watching Schindler's List over and over and over with nonstop. It just it's heavy stuff, and sometimes you need a little bit of Adam Sandler. Not that I'm a big Adam Sandler friend, but you need the release every so often. So I'll still be watching those. I am curious to see how the story progresses, especially Battle Game. Our main character has that particular skill, so I'm kind of curious to see how it shapes out for him with everybody else who's got a certain set of skill. They've got a certain set of skills. I don't know who you are, but I will find you. They're very much like Brian in Taken. I'll find you and I'll kill you. Anyway, Anakin, I've got the high ground. You've got the high ground now. No, that wasn't him. That was he died. Poor Qui-Gon. Anyway, so I'll be back to talking about Warlords of Sigurdrifa, because I'm enjoying that. I got caught up in some other ones, so I'm heading back to that one. Two shows that popped up while I was looking around for not necessarily for anything to watch, but watching my feed on Funimation, and then this one I think is on, I want to say it's Crunchyroll, or maybe it's Funimation. Something popped up on my Twitter feed. They're both mecha anime. The first one is called Aiai Warrior at the Borderline, which I just saw the first episode of. The other one is called Ancient Girls Frame, which is looks like a team of girls, sort of like magical girls meets giant robots. I think they did that with Magic Knight Rayearth, which is an older anime that I have on my list that's kind of like a fantasy mecha magical girls, which sounds kind of interesting. I have to check it out. It's on my watch list. But Aiai takes place in a future Japan where Japanese have become second-class citizens. They've been divided up into different territories. Stuff happens. It's all political, but they've been using autonomous robots to fight battles for them. And this young boy finds Kafka. What? Qui-Gon? No! Just kidding. I've seen it. Spoilers. How dare you? In this show, I don't give spoilers. No, not at all. Anyway. Thank you, Stuka. I'll keep that in mind. What? Don't tell me that. You mean Anakin turns into Darth Vader? No, just kidding. Where was I? Oh, okay. So the main character meets up with a rogue autonomous AI who's the brain of this giant robot. It's kind of fun. So far, it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. I kind of like, I like the spunky sidekick character who's the AI. He's kind of got a mouth on him. It looks like fun. I'm going to see where it goes from there. The other one that I'm curious about is Ancient Girls Frame. Like I was saying, 5 girls are supposed to pilot a mecha. There's aliens that are coming. They have to protect the Earth. It could be fun. I'm going to check it out to see what happens. Of course, more girls flying around fighting in planes. Warlords of Sigurd Drifa. I'm really curious to see what happens next with that. I'm enjoying it. So far, I'm like four episodes in, I believe, before I got caught up in Love Live Superstar. But anyway, the other one that I want to go back to just because I'm really curious. Like I said, it might have been one of those where it was just not the right time for me to be watching. I was too tired. It's happened before. Fina Pirate Princess. It had a good start, and I think something happened. Maybe I got bored or I got distracted, and I stopped watching after episode 1. I may go back to see if that particular ball keeps going, because it looked interesting. There was some stuff there that I was really curious about, and then for some reason I think it lost me. Maybe it was timing was wrong. So we'll see what happens. I will report again on Fina Pirate Princess. Like I said, initially, like I said a couple weeks ago, or was it last week or the week before, when I saw the trailer for it, it brought to mind Bodacious Space Pirates, which again was one that I started episode 1. It seemed a little slow. I set it aside. I came back to it. I started episode 1 and binge watched the first 6 episodes and said, oh, okay, I must be enjoying this, because I ended up watching the rest of it, and for me, it got a lot of fun. It became more and more fun as more of the characters showed up, and I did enjoy that. So if you haven't seen Bodacious Space Pirates, if you have seen it and didn't really pan out for you, give it another try. I enjoyed it. It could have just been me, because they were bodacious space pirates. But anyway, Fina last night. Yeah, see, I'm something must have. It could have been a bad day for me, and it just didn't click. So yeah, I'm heading back to Fina. So like I'm going to a country. Welcome to the country of Fina. Our exports are pirates and pirate ships. Anyway, I'm gonna have to check it out again. I'm not ruling it out completely yet. So we'll get back to that one. So those are the ones that are on my plate at this time. Like I said, I'm looking forward to more of Aquatope, Love Live, Banished. I want to see what happens next. Pride of Orange, again, I want to see what happens. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to mention, and I may get into more of this in another episode. A couple weeks back. Last week, maybe a couple weeks back, I just wanted to. I was in the mood to watch an episode of Gate, the first episode, where he's complaining he can't get to the Dojin exhibition, and then he saves a bunch of people from attack by otherworldly denizens. And I watched episode 1, and I suddenly found myself 12 episodes in a couple days. So there's something about there's something I enjoy watching about that particular anime, and I'm still trying to figure out why. There's something about it that this would make it the third or fourth time that I've seen it, and this is the same thing that I did with Bofuri, which I think I've seen multiple times now, numbering at least 4 or 5. Not quite Bang Dream, but for an isekai or a sort of an alternate world anime, I find it interesting. So I may do a deep dive or an examination of why that is. Maybe offer it to you guys and see if you haven't seen it yet. Go check it out. Bofuri is so much fun. And Gate, if you haven't seen it, that's a great little isekai there. So I might do a dissection of that. We'll examine that. So speaking of examinations, a couple fun things are coming up in the next few weeks. We're going to do an examination, a roundtable of Macross, and it's going to feature our very own May. May has agreed to come on the show. We're going to talk about Macross. We're going to talk about our thoughts. I'll have some questions for her. We can go back and forth. If you guys have any questions, if you've seen Macross or if you've seen Robotech, we can talk about, comparisons between that. If you have any questions about that, shoot me an email. I will put an email for the show. I'll create an email for the show. In fact, I don't think I've created an email for the show for questions from all you viewers, all you nice folks out there. So May's going to come. That is going to be that's scheduled for November 13th, my time, November 14th, her time. So I'm looking forward to that discussion. I know you've just seen it recently. I've seen it multiple times in the past. So we'll see where we'll start the discussion, and hope you guys are able to tune in and join in the discussion. Chat will be open. Throw us some stuff, some observations, something you might have seen about it. I think it's gonna be fun. And then, speaking of having a guest on the show, May will be our second guest. Our first guest will come the week before, and that is the anime weeb himself, Vic. Vic has agreed to be interviewed on the show. I want to talk to him about being a Bandori fan. Since when my first episode as Anime Show, I talked about, or was it as the other show at random, I talked about Vic's podcast on Bandori fan subbers. And way back when we had Ayaka and Taiya were his guests, and he talked about, he wanted to know how they got started fan subbing, all the content. And it was a great little episode of his podcast. So I wanted to bring him on and talk about him and his experience as an anime weeb. So we'll be interviewing him. That episode will be here live November 2nd, my time, and November 3rd, his time. We'll cover, his podcast, Open Frames, his YouTube channel. We'll talk about a whole bunch of stuff. It'll be a lot of fun. Come join us for that. If you have questions for him, throw them up on chat. Same with when we have May come on for the show, and we'll talk about Macross. So those will be coming up. Put those on your calendar. And yes, it'll be a big party. And speaking of party, next week, Aiai birthday celebration here on this channel, here on Anime Show. We're going to have a lot of fun here. I will have food. We'll have a mukbang. That thing again, I'll eat live. I got the song to sing. I'll probably sing it first before I eat, so I'm not choking on crumbs as I'm trying to hit those notes. So hope you guys will make it there. And we're going to wind this down now. We're getting just past the hour-and-a-half time slot that I've allotted. I'm sure there's more stuff to talk about. There will be more stuff to talk about in future episodes. This is only episode 14. We're going to make it all the way to episode, multiple numbers. So I'm looking forward to spending more time. Thank you, everybody, for coming out to the show. All you lurkers out there who were just listening and didn't come in to chat, I hope you had enjoyed yourself. May, Vic, Densetsu, Jay, Stuka, thank you guys for coming. And we'll see you next week for Aiai's birthday party. All right, this is going to be so much fun. I'll see you guys there, right? Yay! She's cheer. Anyway, all right, I've lost it. Never mind. You guys, everybody, have a good night. Thank you for coming, and we'll see you next time for the party. Good night, folks.